Democrats, leftists, and liberal sects of scum. Welcome to the Snake Pit with your host, Smitty.
Hey guys, Smitty here. Welcome back to the Snake Pit. Any of you folks are familiar with Ben Shapiro? He does something he calls the Sunday Special. Well, here in the Snake Pit, we're going to do something we call the Saturday Special, because we are Catholic and Sunday is Mass for us. Ben Shapiro is Jewish. I'm not sure what day they go to temple or exactly how they worship, but you know, for us Catholics, usually Sunday is Mass. So tied up with that. Sunday's a family day, so the Saturday Special. On the Saturday Specials, what we're going to do is primarily focus on one specific issue that may or may not be in the news, but something that's been trending for a while. And this week, we'll talk a little bit about male white privilege and the increasing discrimination against white males and the shrinking importance of the white male, and maybe even a little bit of reverse discrimination. I came across a site when I was doing a little bit of research. I came across a site aptly named whitemalesurvival.com. Thought it was pretty interesting because one of the first things I saw was commercials and white male privilege. And I have said this to my wife, and my wife actually was the one who noticed this. Lately, every single commercial that's on TV, the woman is Wonder Woman, and the man is Chief Inspector Clouseau. The man is a bumbling idiot who can't get out of his own way. He's a moron. He's a clusterfuck. And the woman saves the day. Okay. I could see that happening maybe in half the commercials, but, you know, get a little parody going there. But every commercial now is kind of like that. If there's even a white guy in it at all, a lot of the commercials are all black. So, thought that was interesting. Commercials and white male privilege. So, let's talk a little bit about discrimination. I'll read you this article. He says, what the fuck are commercials? Faggot white males on TV who are always owned by women, blacks, and kids. Because grown-up straight white males are the cancer of the earth. That's what cuck males are, and commercials are. Just another great little thing of the globalist controlled media to push white genocide. And it's true. Now, you may not want to admit it to yourself. You may not want to admit it to your families and friends, but white genocide is a real thing. It's going on. It's real. It's happening. The globalists want whites out of the way. Whites tend to be better educated, tend to be better class, upper class, financially, wealthier, and would stand up to the globalists. Blacks don't, Hispanics don't, most other races don't. They either don't know, they're too fucking stupid, or they're too fucking poor. That's just the way it is. So the globalists want whites out of the way. There's also lots of crap about white male privilege. So, you know, if we get right into this, as described above, commercials are advertisements where men are total beta faggots getting owned by females, children, gays, lesbians, blacks, Latinos, and basically everybody else on the planet. If the dog can own you, the dog owns you. The straight white male is always the fucking idiot. Well, not always. There are exceptions, but it's mostly true. You see those commercials on TV, social media, outside, and basically everywhere. The fucking globalists and the greedy merchants can annoy us with their shit even if we don't want it. And there he is. There he is, the king motherfucker of them all, George Soros. Tell me this fucker doesn't look like Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. I don't know who the fuck the other guy is, maybe the president of the EU, but this guy Soros, he is a bad actor. I don't know if YouTube will ban me for saying this or not, but somebody needs to take him out. This man has done more destructive activity to multiple countries on the globe than any other single individual. Manipulated stock markets, destroyed stock markets, manipulated companies, destroyed them, almost destroyed entire countries. Because you can. Now he is behind everything in the United States, from AOC to every social justice cause, because he wants to tear down the government and fucking destroy it and replace it with socialism. Soros is probably the major source of evil in the 21st century in the world. And he is majorly behind the destruction of the white male. Even though he's white male. Because he knows he'll be at the top at the end because he's got the cash. So why is it always the white male? Simple. The push for white genocide. There's no other explanation. The hate for white males is obvious. Multiculturalism is not the only thing they do to replace the white population. There are many other things we all consider normal, which really ain't normal. Cuck commercials is just one of those things that now has become normal. Unless you're like me or my wife or my son and you actually question these things. Like, what the fuck? The guy's always the moron. Here's the perfect example.
This is Jeremy. Jeremy and his team just completed a project that had executives awkwardly offering up fist bumps and high fives. Yeah, they were on cloud nine, but that was yesterday. Today, those same executives are pushing for the next big thing. Something smarter, faster, better. Something the industry has never...
So as you can see here, perfect example. A woman, looks to be an Asian woman, a nig, and a white cuck with a fucking man bun. Okay? What more do I need to say?
Seen before. Don is stressing out big time, but
there's your cuck. There's your nig.
Jeremy isn't worried because his team has Pluralsight. He knows what technology skills his team needs to meet the...
Right, the nig, the nig. He's got it all. Got it all down pat. Even the white cuck, he's fucking worthless because he's white and he's male. Even though he's a cuck, he's useless. And of course, the Asian woman, well, she's another bumblefuck.
The company's goals, and Pluralsight makes gaining those skills as easy as grabbing a snack from the candy wall. The team starts with adaptive skills tests. It takes just 5 minutes to get their results. Based on their scores, they get a recommended starting point in a path, saving them time because now they know exactly what they need to learn. At lunch, Jenny freshens up with a few courses. She loves knowing she's learning from industry experts with real-world experience. Jeremy has strong foundational knowledge, but takes some advanced courses to expand his skill set. Don flies his drone around the office.
So here you go. You got the nig, taking courses. You got the white Asian woman taking courses. And you got the white guy, even though he's a cuck, he's still a white guy. He's flying a fucking drone around at lunchtime. Are you fucking kidding me? Now, if that was you, would you really be doing that? No, but they got to make a mockery out of the fucking white guy. They seem to forget it was white guys who built the fucking country. Correct me if I'm wrong. White guys went to the moon. White guy split the atom. White guy invented the light bulb. White guy invented the PC. Well, some white guys are fucking morons. They were sitting in their desk flying around drones. Everybody else is super brilliant. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but it's fucked up. And it ain't right. It just ain't right.
For most of the afternoon. But he dives deep on his commute and continues learning at home. When Jenny comes across a particularly challenging concept, she requests a mentor right from Pluralsight. Within minutes, she's not only unstuck, but she's found a solution that can make those executives' dreams a reality. Jeremy and his team return to the office with a newfound confidence, feeling smarter than yesterday. With Pluralsight, there's nothing this team can't achieve. Go team.
Right, Pluralsight. But Pluralsight's led by the nig. The white guy's an idiot. I'm actually not even sure why that white guy's there. Because probably as soon as the commercial's done filming, he's going to be fucking fired. Because he's a clusterfuck. I mean, come on. Really? And white guys just stand for this. We're just standing for it. Let's look at another one.
Ethan, you remember yesterday when you ate my last Zaxby's boneless wing? Yeah. David said, give it back. I'm sorry, what? Give it back.
So, I mean, we got a real stereotypical thing going here. Excuse me, even a little prejudice. So we got a nig sitting on a set complaining to a white guy that the white guy ate his last piece of fried chicken. Ooh, I'm not sure who dreamt this commercial up, but black guy wanting his fried chicken and a white guy stealing it. So there's one issue. Definite prejudice. Black people and fried chicken, okay? But the white guy wasn't sharing the fried chicken, wasn't eating lunch with the black dude. He fucking stole his fried chicken. Black guy didn't steal the white guy's. No. The white guy's a fucking thief. And now, of course, the white guy gets humiliated. I ate it. As if he would have stuck it up his ass. Of course he ate it. What did he steal it for? To trade it? And of course, the nig takes his car keys and fucking throws them because, you know, he's brilliant. And he got his chicken anyway. Let's look at the next one.
You know 7-Up goes great with punch, but try mixing it with fresh cut fruit and sangria. It's the perfect drink for when you go raiding in the desert. Like that time you told your wife you were at the regional sales conference.
Wait, what?
Remember?
Again, look at this cuck. Total cuck. Come the fuck on. Every white guy in America is a cuck? Well, he went to Burning Man first. But didn't tell his wife.
Last March with Steve. Or use it to make a white wine spritzer. Perfect for hanging out with 2 Chainz.
I love your rap music.
I have a helicopter.
And of course, the white guy's letting his white wife sit on the nig's lap so we can get some kind of jungle fever thing going, because that's in now too, you know. And she is just loving all over this dude, man. She just can't wait to get some of that BBC. Okay? And here we go. That's what we're seeing in this commercial. And the white guy's sitting there pleasantly surprised because it looks like the guy, motorcycle gang leader's lap that he's sitting on, wants to fuck him in the ass. And he's perfectly happy with it because he's a cuck. Let's keep going. It only gets better.
Ooh.
We should be going. You don't
Look at this clown.
Like
Come on,
it,
man.
And I love all these 7-Up mixed
Guy
drinks.
looks like fucking General Zod
Mix
from
it up a
Superman. Now here we go again. Classic. Another classic. Oh, looks like the light went off. We got another nig. And another white guy. Of course, the black dude's got the Doritos because the white guy's another fucking cuck. I mean, look at this motherfucker. Look at him. Where do you even dig somebody up like this? And, you know, the double entendre there, okay? The ning, hands him the Doritos, and the white guy's sucking his finger. Come on, man. Somebody got some fucking white guilt going on here, or what? The white guy's gonna suck the black dude's finger? Little double entendre there, because he gave him the Doritos. Make me fucking puke.
Dude, so not cool.
Nacho cheese.
But the cuck likes it. Come on, man. Here we go again. Weak, nerdy, ugly, and occasionally gay white male humiliates himself while the professional black male looks down at him in pity. Same thing.
Hey, are you gonna finish those?
Because I don't have enough money to...
No, they're not. You left the best part.
Because I don't have enough money to buy my own 50-cent bag out of the machine. So I got to come and see if you're going to finish yours.
No, I'm pretty sure they're...
And now I'm sucking his finger again.
Cheese. I love Doritos.
So obviously this cuck has no life. You going around sucking black dudes' fingers in the fucking lunchroom because they got fucking orange shit on them? Come on, man.
Doritos!
Now we move on to live links.
So what can I get you guys today?
Actually, do you mind telling me the specials again?
Dude, just been over this already. 3-bean chili with garlic bread.
And again. Now, the waitress has obviously been there before. And she's told them the specials. She's told them the menu. And they nig, 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 nig. He memorizes the fucking menu. The white guy is a Montalban. He's a fucking mongoloid retard. He can't even remember what the fucking specials are. So the black guy has to admonish him. Dude, we've been over this already.
Cajun chicken salad with a raspberry vinaigrette, or a pulled pork sandwich with fries or mixed greens.
Wow, that's...
And of course, here we go again. The white chick, we got the fucking jungle fever going automatically here, you know. The white chick and the black dude. Oh, that's incredible. You memorize the specials. I think I want some BBC. Are you kidding me?
What's the chili or the chicken?
The steam coming off her vagina.
Listeners. Find yours on LiveLinks. Call or visit livelinks.com for your local number. Intelligence 18 plus.
Well, the car is great. Just show me the Carfax.
Once again, a nig, 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 and a white guy. It's like that's all there is. If there's not just all blacks or all Hispanics or all women. And of course, the white guy's the used car salesman, the fucking moron of forever. And the black dude's the sharp as a tack car buyer who knows exactly what he wants and what he needs, and he wants that Carfax.
Carfax, let me do you one better. This old guy can sniff out any problems.
He's not going to help. You want to see the accidents and service records reported to Carfax and a price based on the car's history.
Yeah, just show me the Carfax.
But nothing gets past this old bloodhound.
Before you buy a used car...
I mean, come on. There's 43 of these in this video, but I mean, there are hundreds of these. Hundreds of them. Next time you sit down and watch TV, I mean, I don't watch that much TV anymore. Nobody in my family really does. We're primarily on the web doing different things. But next time you do sit down to watch TV, pay attention to the commercials. Pay attention to what's going on in the commercials. And if you're lucky enough to see a white guy in the commercials, look at how he's portrayed. So what can we do about it? Well, stop feeding the shit. Install ad blockers. Sell your TV. Cut your cable. But it's even on the internet these days. I mean, it's everywhere. It is what I've called this for quite some time, the pussification of the white American male. And I'll give you a perfect example. My niece married a guy, makes decent money, decent looking guy, cannot hammer a nail in a wall to save his life. I kid you not. He's a relatively educated guy, college degree, cannot hang a picture. Cannot change a light bulb. Something as simple as replacing a receptacle in a wall. Nope. He's worthless. He is a worthless millennial cuck. He is the reason why white guys are disappearing and being made such fucking fools of. Me, I can do carpentry, electrical, woodworking, plumbing. I've remodeled my own house along with my dad. Before I was injured, we remodeled all sorts of things: basements, attics, rooms, kitchens, you name it. I have always and still do all my own work on my cars and trucks. I don't trust anybody else. All my own electrical work in the house. Pretty much a jack of all trades. I cook too. Do almost all the cooking in the house. I do a lot of artwork. I have a small business on the side where I do models. But the millennial is not that. They call me a Renaissance man. I call myself a dinosaur because I'm the last of a dying breed. Guys like me aren't around anymore. This guy I'm referring to, Dave, can't even change the oil in his car. You know, he's bitching. God, about 2 weeks ago, he's bitching. $68. Took his vehicle to one of these quick lube places to get the oil changed. I said, $68? You out of your mind? I said, I use a really good quality synthetic filter, synthetic oil, and I magnetize my oil filter, and I pay about $35. Oh, that's because you know how to do yours yourself. It's real hard, Dave. You unscrew the filter, you put the new one on. You unscrew the plug, you let the old oil out, you put the plug back in, you fill it up with new oil. Can't do it. Too difficult. We've brought it on ourselves. Or at least, I guess I'm considered Gen X because I was born in '66. I guess the generations after Gen X have brought it on themselves because they're imbeciles. Complete imbeciles. I just, makes you wonder, you know? Makes you wonder. Saw some other interesting stuff that I thought was fairly interesting. And let's see here, look for some soap. There it is. Another article that I thought was very interesting. The white male, an endangered species. Now this is an excerpt from an article by, looks like Renee Blank and Sandra Slip. Here in the United States, white European physically able heterosexual men have traditionally defined the workplace norms and standards by which all other groups are judged. Some of those standards have been affected by socialization of white men to be physically strong, competitive, aggressive, direct, dominant, knowledgeable, and emotionally restrained. But that was then. I like the next phrase. This is now. Yeah, that was then. That was when the United States saved Europe from World War I, saved Europe from World War II, won the Cold War, saved South Korea, won the Gulf War, 1 and 2, put a man on the moon, split the atom, invented the personal computer, invented the internet. Wow, these white guys, man, they're terrible. They're terrible, the things they've done. Anyway, this is now. According to this article, the 1990s were a transitional time for gender roles in our society. Women truck drivers and executives seem like an anomaly to many in these changing times, with sex roles increasingly blurred. Many men and women have been socialized to assume that only men would hold jobs requiring physical strength and dexterity, and that only men were supposed to be held in superior positions in organizations. And they go on just to say, have you run into any of these following problems lately? Human resources. Manager exists. Yes, some white males are blatant racists and sexist, but there's a very broad spectrum of views out there. A lot of men may be insensitive to blacks and other minorities, or guilty of putting women down, but doesn't mean we all bad. I can accept criticism of specific behavior, but not broad categorization, like women, blacks, and others were individuals and want to be judged that way. You know, I noticed a little bit of this when I was working before I became disabled. I actually had my immediate supervisor come up to me. I was a senior business analyst, and I actually had my supervisor come up to me at one point and say, Walt, you got to watch what you say. Some people might not like it. And I said to her, Dawn, what are you talking about? Well, you know, it's really politically correct here. Oh. From then on, I was confused. I was confused because I didn't know what I could and couldn't say. I'm not a cuck, not going to act like one. But that's apparently what the workplace has turned into now. That's what the workplace has turned into. Some white men feel that when they don't get it, women and minorities are reluctant to explain their positions. They assume we're all hopeless and write us off as impossible, like being a dinosaur, instead of helping us to get it. I can feel resentment, says a white supervisor in a social service agency. And I'm always on the defensive when I'm giving feedback, right? Because we have to watch every single fucking word we say. We have to watch what we say. We have to watch how we say it. Because God forbid we say something wrong and we trigger someone. Love that. The dilemma that society has made the power relationships unequal between whites, people of color, and women. And that's very hard to undo in a supervisory encounter. And I know that because I was a supervisor. I have a specific expertise that I want to share with my staff. And I'm made to feel like a colonial imperialist, right? Oh, look at this white guy talking down to us, like he knows more than us. In a lot of cases, yeah, I do, because I just had a training on it, and I'm trying to train you. But that's not the way they look at it. I've become self-conscious about saying anything to anyone because I don't want to come off as a white know-it-all, or worse, as a racist or a misogynist. I honestly don't know how to deal with that defensiveness about power. There is a bond and a sense of community between men who do hard physical labor, but that's as far as it goes. It's difficult. It's very difficult for white men. Anything we do, anything we say. Just look at the president, for example. Before Donald Trump was elected, he was on TV, he was at political dinners, political events, weddings, you name it. Donald Trump was loved by pretty much everybody. Black, white, orange, yellow, purple, male, female, in between, didn't matter. LGBT, whatever, BTQRSTUV. As soon as Donald Trump gets elected president, the man's not even in office yet. But he's a homophobe, an Islamophobe, a racist, a bigot, a misogynist, a sexist, anything with a phobe after it. He's all these horrible things. And before Trump was elected, he had a great relationship with minorities, always has. Great relationship with women, always has. Great relationship with Hollywood, great relationship with the left. Now he gets elected, now he's no good. The guy's a piece of dog shit. He's a white male. Just that simple. Can't have that. Can't have that. We'll look at one last one here from the Poughkeepsie Journal. And from their opinion pages. White males have become an endangered species. At the top of the endangered species list is white males, witnessed by the extreme left U.S. Senate Committee's behavior with Judge Kavanaugh, wherein our society has opinions, accusations without proof become the norm. That's not only against the law, but it's wrong. What they did to Justice Kavanaugh, can you imagine it being done to anybody else? I can. I watched it. The year I was married, I watched it. It was done to Clarence Thomas. By the left. Back then, they were equal opportunity haters. If you were a conservative, didn't matter what color you were, they hated you. Well, they still do to an extent, but now the left focuses almost solely on whites. And Judge Kavanaugh, man, they savaged him and his family. If you watched any of that, I mean, there were times when I literally wanted to smash the TV. No white male can exclusively have a club with white in its name. No company, no member of a police force, no member of Congress, no college, no sports team, no political group. Now all males have their men's restroom privacy attacked from the left. Even Boy Scout membership is no longer exclusive. There's no common sense left in the fucking country. It's gone. I was a Boy Scout. There were Girl Scouts for girls. There were Boy Scouts for boys. All of a sudden, girls need to join Boy Scouts? And if not, if we don't let them, we're discriminating? How the fuck does that work? They have Girl Scouts. If there was Boy Scouts and no other scouting opportunities for girls, yeah. But they had Girl Scouts. They have brownies. Well, they have to be allowed to join the Boy Scouts, or else that's discrimination. You misogynist white prick. Really? Glad I'm older, glad I'm out, glad it's finished. Glad my son's not involved. Congressional Black Caucus. There's no Congressional White Caucus. Why is that? Why, that would be racist. Are you that insensitive? Well, why isn't it racist when there's a Congressional Black Caucus? Or a Congressional Hispanic Caucus? Or a Congressional Women's Caucus? Seems pretty fucking discriminatory to me against white people. No college, can't have any of that. Now we're into sports teams. Can't just have a men's rowing team or a men's basketball team. Oh, Title IX, got to have a women's team that's equal. They have to get equal money, even nobody wants to go see a women's sporting event. For the most part. And there was just a massive article about this on ESPN, and Sports Illustrated also did a piece on it, on women's professional sports and women's college athletics. But by and large, they saw that unless you were family or friends or relatives, people really weren't interested in going to see women's sports. NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, college football for men. That was where the money was. That's what people wanted to see. I don't know how you change that, and I don't know how that's discrimination. People like what they like. It's silliness. Where did this movement start? Maybe the rich West Coast liberals hiding behind their security walls. You know, those walls they tell us are immoral, but they all seem to have one around their house. Gated communities, walls, and lots and lots and lots of guys walking around with guns, even though they hate guns. Well, guns for you and me to defend ourselves, but they're special. They need to be defended. Should you take advice from mostly Hollywood so-called recovered alcoholics, drug addicts, and fornicators? Even corrupt Congress of all should not be should not have attacked Brett Kavanaugh. No, they shouldn't have. I mean, you look at some of these people that lied through their teeth to get in there. Cory Booker, a man of the people from Camden, New Jersey, or wherever the hell he was governor, whatever northeastern city he destroyed. He didn't come from poor roots. His family was very wealthy, very well-to-do, very well-connected. He went to the best colleges. He went to an Ivy League school and then a expensive law school. Makes it seem like he was down with the struggle, yo. Give me a break. Same thing with Kamala Harris. She fucked the mayor of San Francisco so he could help get her into politics. He was married. She destroyed his marriage, fucked the guy repeatedly, had sex with him. He got her involved in politics, and then she fucking threw him to the wolves. She's nothing but a whore. A home-wrecking whore. And a fucking liar. Pocahontas. I think it was Columbia Law School. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it was Columbia Law School, though. Listed her as the first woman of color at their law school. Because she claimed she was an American Indian. She's about as American fucking Indian as Ronald Reagan was. Then she gets a DNA test that shows she's not. She still claims she is. Even the American Indians come out against her. The Native American community comes out against her. Doesn't matter, though. She's special. She's a Democrat, so she can get away with it. I could go on and on. Mazie Hirono. Crazy Maisie from Hawaii during the Kavanaugh hearings. Men should just shut up and step aside. Oh, that's not sexist, is it? The men should just shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, and get out of our way because we're progressive. That's what progressiveness is? Progressivity? Progress? Fucking destroying white men? Just destroying them? The cackling fucking hens on The View. That Joy Bonehard. These are white men in the Senate, and they're not protecting women. Well, I got news for you, honey. You're not much of a lady. Like a cigar-smoking fucking truck driver. article goes on a little bit to say, I'm sure not perfect and God will decide my fate. But smiling at a female clerk in a convenience store while buying a coffee at a newspaper isn't wrong. I've done it all the time. I still do it. I strike up commercials with the girls who check out my groceries and the girls and women who check them out. I strike up conversations and fool around with the clerks in the convenience stores when I get my coffee and my newspapers. You know why? Because that's what it means to be a fucking human being. We have banter. We go back and forth. We get along. I have not once had one of those people in a store tell me that they felt threatened or attacked or triggered. I mean, what are we supposed to be, like fucking drones? Just look at each other. Here are my things. Here is my money. Thank you. My change. It is correct. Thank you. I will come again. Is that what we want? Like some kind of fucked up sci-fi movie? You know, people have been called wops, dagos. They've had derogatory remarks made about them if they were Catholics. If they went down south and they were from the north, they were called Yankees. You know, Vietnam vets coming back were called baby killers, murderers, and crybabies. You know. I was raised in a white Catholic family. White Protestant dad, white Catholic mom. Was involved in athletics my whole life, either coaching or participating. Mostly football. Went to a predominantly white liberal arts college and went back and got my master's degree from the same place. Was involved in primarily white profession where there were mostly well-educated white males. And over the past 30 years I've been married. I've taken good care of my wife. My boy is 16. I've taken good care of him, good care of my family. I love him. I take care of my friends, my family, my neighbors. And I will never apologize for that. Ever. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care who likes it, who doesn't like it. You know, my son even jokes sometimes, "Oh, Dad, you're one of the last dinosaurs." And I'll never apologize for that. You can go fuck yourself. Women don't like it, they can go fuck themselves. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. White privilege. When I was 13 years old, I started working for $2 a day. A day, not an hour. It was 1980. Do the math. I was born in 66. Started working in 1980. How old was I? $2 a day. You know what I did? I shoveled shit in a greenhouse. Shoveled manure to help them plant flowers and plants. Never complained. From there, went on to work with a landscaper as I worked my way through high school while I played sports, while I was an honor student. Every day after school and every Saturday I worked. From there, went on to work in a fast food restaurant while I was going to college, while I was playing two sports, one of which I was named MVP in 2 years in a row for Division III MAC, Mid-Atlantic Conference Athletics. I would get on a bus, take a bus to work, get to work, go into the bathroom, change into my work clothes, flip burgers and make fries all through lunchtime for 3-4 hours. Then, smelling like a French fry and a burger, I would go back into the bathroom, change into my clothes, and walk across 2 or 3 blocks to college and go attend classes till 8 o'clock at night, at which time I would get back on the bus and then go home. Sometimes after school, I went back and worked for another hour or two till the Wendy's closed. Then I got on the city bus, took the city bus home, dropped off about 3 blocks away from my house, and then walked home. Okay. Got into college and expensive, white, mostly, liberal arts college. I had student loans, but I got an athletic scholarship. I also got an academic scholarship. Those scholarships continued throughout my 4 years there. I had to take out some student loans. I worked while I was in college, played 2 sports, and made the dean's list every single semester. No white privilege. My dad was a steel worker. My mom was a waitress. Mom didn't even finish high school. Went back and got her GED about 10 years ago. Mom's 70 years old. So don't tell me about white privilege. Because I don't want to fucking hear it. Go fuck yourself. I hear these fucking whiny little millennials today. Oh, you're white privilege. Fuck you. Then they whine because they don't have money for their spring breaks and their expensive stereos, and they're all driving around in $50,000 cars while they're in college. You know what I drove when I was in college? I drove a 15-year-old beat-up piece of shit car that I kept going with rubber bands and baling wire, because that's what I had. I didn't go on spring break. Didn't spend all kinds of money. Didn't have it. I worked at spring break camp. I worked over spring break. If I was lucky, I'd get a bunch of my friends together. We'd rent a van. We'd go up to New York and ski for a day or two. Spring skiing. White privilege? Being a white male? After I graduated from while I was still in college, I did an internship in 1986. U.S. Chamber of Commerce in Washington, D.C. One of the few white people in the entire building. Worked my ass off every day at the Dirksen office building, at the Rayburn office building, at the Supreme Court, delivering paperwork, delivering flyers, working with different lobbyists. No white privilege. No white privilege. Mom and Dad would send me spending money every couple of weeks if they had it. If not, oh well. White privilege. Every job I've ever had, I've gotten because of merit. Not because I was white, not because of affirmative action, not because of a quota, but because I was fucking good. My last job I was at, I was about to be promoted to senior supervisor before I had my first car accident. I had been there 6 months and I was promoted to team leader. 6 months later, I was promoted to supervisor. 3 months later, I was promoted to business analyst and pulled out of that department. Within a month, I was a senior business analyst. 4 months later, Christmas of that final year in December, I was offered a management position, and I had to leave because I couldn't work anymore. So don't tell me about white privilege and being a white male and my white privilege. You know what? If I get any privilege from being white, good fucking for me, because I worked hard my whole life and I deserve it. Before I wrap up, I'll leave you a little story here. Not sure we went to, but it was a nice little rant today. Not last year, but in 2016 in the wintertime, we had a late spring or early spring snowstorm. It was middle of March here in northeastern Pennsylvania. I have a snowblower. I can't shovel snow. I can't do it. My son does all the shoveling for me. But I do have a big self-propelled snowblower. Electric start, because I can't pull the cord to start it. So anyway, I'm out and as I always do, I do my driveway, I do my sidewalks, and then I go right down and I do all my neighbors' sidewalks. I don't ask for money. I don't ask for a thank you. I don't ask for anything. I just do it because I live there. They're my neighbors. It's the right thing to do. White male privilege. So I do the neighbors, then I do the next neighbors, and then I go down to the end and I notice there's still snowed in down the end of the street. Now there's a new gal living down there. I don't know her, haven't spoken to her yet at this point. Excuse me, I take Lyrica and it dries my mouth out so bad I don't even know how I talk sometimes. Citric acid and the lemonade helps. Anyway, I make it down to her portion of the sidewalk. And I mean, it had snowed like 2 feet. And it was the heavy, heavy, wet snow. Snowblower is working to get through it. Thank God it's self-propelled, or I wouldn't be able to do that. So I see a bumper sticker on the back of her car, and it says, "My cat's a Democrat." All right, fucking goofy. But I see this girl out, and she's trying to scrape snow off her car with a broom and a scraper. And I yell to her, "Your cat's a Democrat, are you too?" This bitch turns around and gives me the fucking stank eye. "What else would I be? Why, aren't you?" I said, "No, I'm a libertarian, as a matter of fact." "Oh, well, who'd you vote for?" I said, "I voted for Donald Trump." "Are you kidding me?" I said, "No." I said, "But isn't that the cool thing about America? We can both vote for different people and we can still get along and still talk and still be friendly." "No, we fucking can't. Fuck you." Takes the broom she's got in her hand, throws it down in the snow, and storms into the house and slams the fucking door. Nuts. Fucking certifiable. That's what it is to be a conservative white male in America. Because I dared not vote her way, she flipped the fuck out. And here I am doing the bitches, getting the snow off the bitch's sidewalk for fucking free. I thought, fuck you, bitch. Turned the machine around, stopped where I was, shut the auger off that throws the snow, and just had the self-propelled on and walked home. I thought, fuck you. I've seen this girl many times since. I'd say she's in her early 20s. Won't look at me, won't speak to me, won't wave to me. I thought, fuck you. Dry up and die somewhere, bitch. I don't know. Where we're going, folks? Said it many times. Said it to my son. I weep for the future. I really do. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I really don't. Thanks for letting me talk to you a little bit today about white privilege and about being a white man in America. Till next time, this is Smitty. You're in the Snake Pit doing the Saturday special. We'll see you next time.